Some California Democrats are sounding the alarm on how the Supreme Court's decision on abortion could impact people of color. Thanks for joining us for Fox 40 News at 5:30. I'm Nikki Lorenzo.
And I'm Eric Rucker, in tonight for Eric Harriman. Fox 40 Capitol reporter Ashley Zavala explains the concern and has an update on abortion efforts in the state.
Make no mistake, this is an attack on women of color that we are facing right now.
The California Women's Legislative Caucus and advocates for people of color urging state leaders to move forward and faster with proposed abortion efforts at the state capitol. The group noting women of color across the country will be disproportionately impacted if the Supreme Court decides to overturn Roe versus Wade.
Overturning Roe is not going to stop abortions. It's going to lead to more alleyway abortions. It's going to lead to more complications, and it's going to lead to more deaths. But those deaths are going to be of women that look like me.
California's Democratic-led legislature and governor working to make the state an abortion destination with more than a dozen bills. The proposals would increase resources, access, and protections for those who provide and need abortions. Attorney General Rob Bonta vowing to protect the procedure.
I will use the full force of the law and the full authority of my office to protect a woman's right to choose.
Some Republican state lawmakers say California Democrats are politicizing the issue, noting that California already has some of the strongest abortion laws in the country.
If this leaked Supreme Court opinion were in fact to become final, it would literally have no impact on California. California's laws in this area are among the most far-reaching in the entire country, and yet, nevertheless, the governor, members of the legislature are using the prospect of this court opinion in order to fan the flames of partisan division.
Democrats and abortion advocates disagree. They want to enshrine a woman's right to choose in the state constitution, which will need to pass the legislature by June 30th to head to voters in November. California Planned Parenthood CEO Jody Hicks is part of the group crafting the constitutional amendment language, which is still in the works.
If we've learned nothing with the leak that was, or the draft that was leaked, it's that 50 years of precedent and settled law and the right to privacy is not enough. And so we're ensuring we can do everything we can in California to be real explicit about what people's rights are.
In Sacramento, Ashley Zavala, Fox 40 News.